Well, what is this? What the fuck? Load chat. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Should work. Hello, everybody. They, I gotta call that back. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the spreadem cast. And today we basically going to talk about movies, titles, what's been released, and our deep thoughts on it and everything it is. And joining me today it is... Hello!
Hello, it's good to see you again.
Let me put my memory into gear. What is your name again?
My name is Justin.
Well, pleased to meet you, Justin, and welcome to the podcast. It is, we're doing another podcast. It is, you were last week, you were on it too, and everything and that, and you said you enjoyed it, so I thought, why don't we do another one and we talk about a lot of movies? Would you like that?
Yes, I would love to do another podcast with you. I had a lot of fun filming the last podcast, and I would be happy to film another one with you.
Great, great. So starting off with how we ended is Squid Games. Did you manage to watch Squid Games, and how many did you watch?
Yes, I watched Squid Games, and I ended up watching the whole season. The whole show was really good, and was definitely worth watching.
What was your favourite part?
That is a difficult question, but I would have to say my favorite part was the game with the marbles.
Say that again?
The fact that they were playing marbles to decide the fate of another person's life was so crazy and really made me feel so upset, but I couldn't look away.
Yeah, and the plot twist at the end of season 1, though.
Yeah, it was definitely a good plot twist, and that's why it's so good to watch, and I can't wait for the new season.
Well, there's another 2 seasons, you know. This is just the 1 season.
Yeah, I know they're releasing 2 more seasons, and I'm very excited to see what happens.
Alright, so you've just seen 1 season, but you haven't seen 2 and 3 yet.
Correct. I haven't seen the other 2 seasons yet, but I really want to.
Alright, well, we won't spoil it for you, and hopefully you enjoy it. There's a lot of backs and forths with the ending of it all. It is like that.
Thank you for not spoiling the show. I'm sure the other 2 seasons are going to be great, and I'm excited to see it.
Well, that's great. That's great. You know what also is great? I'm not sure if you heard of it. Alice in Borderland. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of that, but I haven't seen it. Is it any good? Is it any good?
It's one of the best shows, unrated actually, because they pushed it aside for Squid Games actually. In general, it is one of the best shows you could possibly imagine, and the new season of that, season 3, will be coming out in September. I'm looking forward to that. The trailer looks absolutely stunning. Um, as well, that's another one you need to put on your list, because the 2 seasons is up now on Alice in Borderland.
Okay. I will try to put that on my watch list, and hopefully I'll be able to get to it soon.
That's great. Like, it is. That's great that we talking like this in the movies and stuff like that in general. And it's it gets to me though. It gets to me though that why, like, you have to push really good shows out the way in general.
I really don't know, but I think people like to push good shows out of the way because they're too lazy to look into some of these movies. And they think that the bad stuff is more iconic.
True. Very true, indeed. Like, very, very true. Like, if you basically going to watch a series like so, and it's so better than the one they pushing out, it all has to do with agenda.
Yeah, and that is so sad because not only can they make amazing movies now, and they don't, but the amount of classics being ruined by the horrible movies that have horrible CGI and horrible acting is just sad to witness now.
Yeah, true. True it is, and that. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna just base this on concept here of movies, TV shows, critics, and everything. It's starting to not matter what they say because every time we do a review and everything, it's just nearly always bad. And I watch the movie and I'm like, well, it seemed good to me. All the TV, so it seemed good to me. Why did it seem it's bad? And yeah, it could be opinion, but it's not opinion. It's like shoving down your throat saying is like, you must understand me. This is what it's like.
I agree 100%. Critics definitely do not understand the industry anymore, and their opinions are so wrong because they just focus on one thing. And they don't really have a wide understanding anymore of what actually makes a good movie or not.
Thank you. Like so, like I just think like they have this whole negative script out. It is, and just gonna go from then.
I agree that critics have really been going down the drain, and they don't care about the movie anymore. They only care about if the movie is a moneymaker or not.
Like we have this whole negative script out. It is, and just gonna go from then.
I agree that critics have really been going down the drain.
I mean, like, I understand you have to criticize and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, you have to do that stuff, and I totally get that. I totally get that. But it just seems like now it's just desperate. It seems forced. It seems forced. I mean, I only probably really watch one, and he's a YouTuber called the Free C Films. Have you seen that YouTube channel?
I have seen a few of his videos before, and they are definitely interesting to watch, and I agree. Critics are definitely desperate.
And the more desperate they get, the more unrelevant our response is going to get. And movies are just going to do the same thing. It's a money making game. We talked about this last week. Like, legit, in general. We talked about this last week. You know, yeah, like so. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly am a bit scared for the movie industry and how it's going to get in the next few years because things are not looking good.
Don't get me wrong, like it is. I'm negative and critic myself, you know, but if there's a good movie or a good TV series, I don't really put that out there like it is because I don't think it should deserve it if it's a good show. I feeling like now a lot of these reviewers is just putting it out there for their own sake, for their own attention, because they know they're gonna get the attention.
Yeah, I think critics are just taking one bad thing about a movie, or any form of visual storytelling, and they're ripping it apart because they think it will gain attention and make them relevant.
Yeah, exactly, like so. Like, example, Scream. Like, next year's Scream. They making videos and reviews on Scream. How they can make it better. What can you look forward to with it? I'm like, looking forward to it? You're bringing dead characters back.
Yeah, they are making a new Scream movie, and at this point, they are just to bring back dead characters, to make the movie seem relevant, and make people actually interested.
Exactly. To make people interested it is. No, it's because you're losing the fan base. It's like basically like saying Deadpool. It's like all Deadpool characters. Like you can't kill Deadpool. It is. Yeah, like it's like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is definitely one of the reasons they bring characters back is because the fan base is leaving. So the movie series is trying to grasp the straws and bring back some of the audience.
It is, and it will. It will succeed that way. But if the movie fails, I'll be the one here to basically saying I told you so. I told you it'll all fail because I still believe it will fail, even though I'm making a lot of money out of it.
Exactly. The movie has a lot of potential to fail because it is trying to revive a dying franchise. And I really hope that it isn't another terrible sequel to an amazing movie.
It'll be Sydney, like say, "Hello, Sydney. You are Sydney," and he's just like, "Oh," and hits her with like a shoe or something and kills her, or some ghost face or some shit. I don't know.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible, but I wouldn't put it past Hollywood now that they are running out of original ideas.
Imagine that paying like actually like cinema tickets to sit down. Oh boy, I can't wait to see Scream 6 or 7, whatever it is. And in the end, then you see Sydney taking a high heel off and just bashing the Ghostface skull in with it and going, huh, oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, that sounds bad, but it sounds more like one of those crappy parody movies that you find on Netflix or something.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. I have to agree with that one. Anyway, I love comedy parodies. I'm like the comedy parody paradise. So that to me would say, yeah, you'll give this 10 stars. Oh wait, it's a horror movie. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, parodies are a lot of fun to watch, and they are way better than the actual stuff that Hollywood is pumping out.
I like when the parodies go unhinged, unfiltered, and cross the borderline with something, you know. And I think this is the biggest take for me when it comes to movies now. I think people play it safe. I think they play horror movies too safe as well. That's why I don't believe in the new Conjuring. It's going to be played safe. Like, I don't believe a lot of movies because they play them safe and don't go, like, off the hinge.
I also believe that horror movies need to change, and the fact that they are taking this movie of all movies so seriously is weird. It also could be the reason that the movie will fail. But we will see, and there's no way of knowing that until we see the movie. And I really hope it's not the same generic stuff we see nowadays.
Well, if you want to be honest, like, I get it, like, with movies, like, it's the same slice of bread, it's just the different inside, you know. But when it comes to the critics and stuff like that, and then you have Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, and he put these percentages out, and I'm like, the movie hasn't even been released yet, and you're warning us to give us a heads up. They thinking they're giving us a heads up to stop watching a movie or go and see the movie. I'm like, they still gotta see the movie even though it's bad. So why put that out there?
I honestly hate critics. They overanalyze everything and rip it to shreds for all the wrong things, and it makes it almost impossible for people to actually enjoy the movie for what it is.
Well, as me, I could say I'm a critic, obviously, in general, and like that, but there's a fine line. There's a fine line in it. Like, if it's a really, really good movie, you're still going to get the critics. And then when there's a really, really bad movie, those same critics are saying the same thing. And I'm like, you've just said that the same thing with that movie, what was a really good movie. I'm so confused. Why are you saying the same thing to a good and a bad movie?
I completely agree. Some movies get so much undeserved hate, and some of the worst movies are praised because they are considered classics.
Yeah, like classics and everything it is. I just think, like I said, it just gets boring. And when I watch 3C, he makes it laughable, enjoyable. Yeah, he's a critic. Yeah, he'll criticize, but he's careful what he has to say in case he offends anybody, like it is. And I'm like, duh.
I totally agree, and I think critics nowadays don't really take the time to understand a lot of different movies because they're so busy with looking for a certain thing. And I think that's one of the worst things they could do because they just miss the beauty of the film.
Exactly. I personally think they know what they're gonna say before they even see the movie. It is. I don't know. I would love to ask a critic, what's the perfect movie? Like, what is the actual perfect movie it is? Like, so, without no critic, or criticize, or whatever it is. What's the perfect movie? I would love to ask them and just see if he would actually answer me.
I think directors, writers, actors, and producers should stop listening to all critics. And they should just make movies their way. I mean, it's their art after all. Plus, it's a bit cliche to say this, but the only opinion of the movie that really matters is your opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, um, but people think they put it out there. I think it's a lot of narcissism, to be honest. Like, so, because they are trying to control people and how they feel about movies, and you can't do that.
Yeah, and these critics are so narcissistic. They genuinely believe that their opinion is the final truth, and that movie studios should listen to them, instead of the people who actually care about their movies and the franchise as a whole.
Like, I don't mind being critic about a movie or something like that down the line. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I understand your point of view, and I think a movie should be criticized, but there is a limit to how much and how far you should go.
Yeah, like so. Um, if you know it's gonna be a shit movie, I always say, or a shit series, then don't watch it. But then you say, well, we're getting paid for this. I'm getting paid for this and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but you're wasting your breath because people are still going to see the movie. So even your opinion out there doesn't do shit. That video's gonna do shit. It might get a lot of views, but they're still gonna go and see it.
Yup, totally agree. People are still going to see the movie, regardless if it's terrible or not, and these big companies just don't seem to care.
Of course they don't care. They know what they get because they know what they're gonna say. They can make the shittiest fucking movie of all time, put it on the screen, and make $100 billion out of it, and then you'll have 20 odd critics complaining thinking they can change the world or change the movie. Sorry, they've got the 100 fucking billion. What do you suspect? Another 5 movies.
The big movie studios just want money, and they're willing to lie and cheat to get it. And I'm just sick of this whole thing, because they're ruining movies.
I mean, The Conjuring 3, obviously, she took a blowjob, that's one thing for sure.
I'm a big fan of the first two movies, and I really hope The Conjuring 3 isn't horrible, but with every single new movie they release, it's looking worse and worse.
Well, the third one was shit. Like, shit as is. Like, on a personal note.
I'm a really big fan of the first two movies, and I was so excited for the third one, so it's really sad to hear that the third one sucks.
I mean, like we talked about this last week about regardless, the third one being absolutely shit. It is. And then they make the final one next year. No, this year, sorry. It is. What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think it's just a desperate cash grab. The franchise was already starting to run out of ideas, and this movie is just a desperate, last-ditch effort to milk the last bit of money they can.
Well, I know it's the last movie, last ride, but they said there was going to be spin-offs. I mean, I still think the Conjuring TV series would be a lot better as a TV series than a movie. I still think that.
I agree. I think making The Conjuring into a TV series would be way better than just milking the series with bad movies.
I mean, like I said, the Crooked Man stole the show. I feel a lot, and then the third one, I don't even know why. I think that was a money cashing grab, and this one is like saying, "I'm going to retire, but I need a cash grab." I feel like it's that. I'm hoping it's not, but I feel like it's that.
Yeah, the last movie was definitely a cash grab, but for The Conjuring 3, they were trying too hard to cram as much horror movie cliches as they could, and it just failed miserably.
Yeah, it feels absolutely miserable. So, as you must know, the new season of Wednesday is coming on Netflix. Have you seen a trailer of that?
I'm so excited for Wednesday season 2, because the first one really blew me away, and now it looks like they're going all out, and I'm here for it.
And you go, dance, dance, dance. You know that meme? Dance, 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 dance. I'm sorry, I still see it today.
Lol, that's an amazing scene. It's probably one of the best dance scenes that's ever been put in a movie or a show.
I have to say though, with Jenna Ortega, like they so want to be in panties and stuff like that. And am I the only one that actually just wants to sit with Jenna Ortega and have like an actual coffee or tea and just talk about chilling stuff?
Well, that sounds amazing, honestly. The best characters are the ones that just seem relaxed and cool, and I would definitely love to drink tea with General Tata.
Yeah, as well. I I think what the really problem is the simps. There's so many fucking simps out there that just trying to sniff and shit like that. It just makes you shiver.
Yeah, it's really gross what some people are doing. It's like chill for a minute and stop the simping.
It's like I'm gonna give an example, right? I'm gonna give an example. You ready? Ready?
I'm ready for you to give me an example. Go ahead.
Oh, you said you're ready for example. Let me show you all the love hearts, all the everything. Come to bed with me. That's exactly what they like.
Oh my god, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. You're right, that is disgusting. Those simpers are just embarrassing.
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I go all the ways around and I'm not a simp. Don't worry about that.
I wasn't worried about it at all. You didn't seem like the simping kind.
I mean, good, because I can basically say this. Hey, wanna go out for a drink?
Yeah, why not? What kind of drink do you prefer?
Depends. Strong or nice, weak. Depends. You decide. Or do you want a mystery?
Oh, I love a mystery, so let's try something new and unpredictable.
Sound like that, baby. See? No, no simp.
You have me curious now. What do you think would be the best mystery drink?
Oh, best mystery drink. I don't. Oh, well, normally a strong drink would be like actually, for me, strong drink. I don't drink alcohol, to be honest, a lot. As well, like, I would rather have. I know this might sound cliche and stuff like that, but a slushy, a mystery slushy with all flavors in, just to test out to see what like with all the flavors would taste like.
Lol, that's not cliche at all. That actually sounds amazing.
I just thought like if you put the little tiny bit of each flavor of the slushy in, it is, and mix it all up. I wonder what it would actually taste like.
I think it would taste amazing. It would probably be kind of like those rainbow ice creams that are so popular with kids now. And I personally love that kind of ice cream. It always makes me feel cheerful and happy.
Yeah, yeah. Like so, that's another thing I love. I love rainbow cake. I love rainbow cake. I love the look of it as well.
Me too. Rainbow cakes are the best. They always just look so amazing and make me want to actually watch it. Unlike those boring regular old birthday cakes.
Yeah, is as well. Like when you're actually eating those cakes and watching a movie at the same time. Custard. Oh my god, custard. Yeah, like sign me up for sex food. That shit. Yes.
Oh, custard is fantastic. I love the feeling of the texture in your mouth when you eat it. Plus, custard is sweet, and I've always loved sweets.
People's gonna take that out of context now. What you just said, basically, you like it in your mouth.
Lol, that's true. I didn't think about people taking it that way, but I meant it. Custard is delicious.
Don't worry, she's not talking about me. You're not talking about me being delicious. Talk about custard. Can I just clarify that?
That custard is very delicious, and I didn't think you were talking about yourself. Lol.
Oh goodness, goodness, goodness gracious me! And here's a question I need to ask you. It's about the platforms. Like we have, what is it, Prime, Netflix, Tubi, and all that. What is, and Disney Plus? Dear God, what is the best platform you think to watch movies and stream on?
In my personal opinion, I think that Netflix is the best platform. They have a wide variety of movies and shows, and the interface is really easy to use and find movies and shows you like.
Okay. Well, like I said, I normally pop Netflix on more than Disney Plus. It is like I do like Disney Plus. I just wish what the biggest flaw with me with Netflix is the unappreciated shows, and I hate when they remove shows from the platform itself. Like it has a certain day, and you have to watch it, and it'll disappear and that.
Yeah, I agree. It's really sad when they remove a good show from Netflix. and it's a pretty common thing now, which is really annoying.
And then they did that Stranger Things.
It's such a good show, and it was super popular, so it's just very surprising they would remove it.
Well, fucking Millie, is it Millie or something like that? Like, Jesus Christ, she's been in some movies, it is, and they've been absolutely carnage of shit.
Yeah, she's pretty popular now, but she's been in some stinkers recently, and I just don't get it.
It's like, I'm waiting for her to stretch her hand out and having a nosebleed and shit, it is, and then that makes me, she's like trying to slay this dragon in this movie, and then, and then she was in this robots, movie, I forgot the fucking show, it is, like, they were bad.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that robot movie, and it was just ridiculous. I don't know what some directors are thinking some of the time.
What they're thinking. They're thinking about, I wonder what a sushi tastes like. And they realize they made a shit movie and said, yeah, it's no good. I would never make a sushi.
Lol. That could be possible because there are some horrible movies out there, and it just makes me wonder how they decided to go through with it.
Well, they all sit around the table. They literally all sit around the table. This is what they do. And they sit down and they go, I know, I got it. We're gonna have her come in the room. It is slightly dress falling off. It is for a sexual tease. Why she's running away from a paranormal ghost. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let's put this down, shall we?
It's honestly so dumb because it feels like they put all their effort into the trailers, and then they just make a terrible movie.
Like legit, like I'm looking forward to that TV show Weapons. I mean, is the movie? Yeah, it's a movie. Sorry, it's a movie called Weapons, and that's coming out August, I think.
I actually haven't heard about that movie. Is it an action movie?
No, it's actually a horror movie. It's based on true story about a bunch of kids, legit, end up being in this kind of possession and at school and they running into the woods and stuff like that. There's a trailer and everything. Like legit, it's called Weapons. You should check it out.
That sounds really interesting. I always love scary movies about possessions. It's such a cool concept, and it can be so scary.
Do you want to know the worst? Well, I wouldn't say it's the worst, but the worst bad taste horror of ever I've ever watched.
Yeah, I love watching bad horror movies because sometimes they can be so funny. So, what's the worst horror movie you've seen?
It was actually a German director and everything, and it was called Killer Condom.
I think I've heard of that. Is it supposed to be one of those movies that's so bad it's good kind of thing?
It's kind of like that. It's about basically a guy buys a bunch of condoms. It is, and the condom, the ring around it has teeth, and when he sticks the condom on his penis, it bites it off, and you see the dick going along in the condom.
That sounds so weird and bad. I'm going to have to watch it at some point.
It's it's a very hard movie to find actually, because they really tried to delist it from other countries and ban it, and it is, but unfortunately they couldn't because it approved on a rated R rating. No shit, rated R. You think you were gonna put it as PG because you were actually trying to put it as PG? How you were supposed to put a killer condom PG? Makes no sense.
I seriously don't understand why they tried to make it PG. That is just ridiculous.
I don't understand about fucking PG horrors like paranormal and all this kind of that. Why the fuck you want to put a horror a PG? Like, why? Like, what are you gonna do? You know, oh, let's get the kids in to watch this shit. Like, don't, don't. It's like the worst thing ever.
I agree. Putting a horror movie to PG rating is an insane idea, and I hope the people who came up with that never get to make movies again.
Well, it's funny because Blumhouse made a lot of PG horrors.
Blumhouse has done some terrible movies recently. I mean, what was in their mind when they made a Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is actually getting released in December.
Why are they making another one? The first one sucked.
Thank you! It sucked because it was PG, but they're saying is you have to satisfy the Five Nights at Freddy's fans. It is, and all that. I'm like, no! Remember, you've got robotronics. It is. Sharp teeth and all this kind of cupcake and everything. You realize what would have been right for rated R in that? You realize that no, you have to satisfy the Five Nights at Freddy's fans. I'm like, oh, so no one else counts? Great, that's good to know.
Exactly. And the worst part is that the fans weren't even happy with the first movie. And it definitely should have been R because of the animatronics, but nope, it's only PG.
Okay, there was a scene in the first one. You've seen the first one, and it's basically where she looks into the animatronic's mouth, and you see in the shadow that it bites down and cuts half of a waist off and stuff like that. In the shadow, it is. That's probably the best scene out of it all. Legit, and cupcake, it is.
Yeah, that was the best scene in the entire movie. And it was the only scene that was remotely scary.
Yeah, well, with Five Nights at Freddy's 2, like getting released in December, all details are out. So do you want me to read these details?
That would be great. I need something to laugh about.
Right, okay, let me just get them out for you. It is like I I don't know what to feel these movies like Five Nights at Freddy's. The games were games, but you know.
Yeah, I agree. The games were good, but the movie was just horrible.
Right. Okay. Well, um, Google says is Five Nights at Freddy's appropriate for 10-year-olds. Fuck me!
Are you kidding me? How can they think that's appropriate for 10-year-old? It's ridiculous.
Right. Okay. Here's the details. So it's getting released the 5th of December in the UK this year, like so. It is going to be a PG rating. Fuck my life. It's going to be a PG rating. Um, However, behind the scenes of the teaser, it's unclear that if there's going to be actually blood in the movie. They want to cut out the blood and the gore in the movie. It is due to the fact to satisfy the Five Nights at Freddy fan base because there's no blood in the video games.
Oh my god. First of all, the games definitely have blood. That's why the rating for Five Nights at Freddy's is rated M. And second, making a PG movie based on Five Nights at Freddy's just sounds like a terrible idea.
Wait, this is like, oh man, it's gone by Universal Pictures, it is as well, yeah. You know what's funny though? Do you want to know what's really funny? right next to the section in Google of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, there's actually The Conjuring 3. The Conjuring 3 is right next to it. Like saying, yeah, The Conjuring 3 was shit, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 might be shit too, so we'll recommend you this.
Lol. The fact that The Conjuring 3 is even on the same sentence is ridiculous. And honestly, it's kind of hilarious how bad Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is gonna be.
Well, I can't say it'll be all bad like so, but it says here, it's because somebody has asked, will Five Nights at Freddy's 2 be PG-13? And they said is, while the second film was confirmed of PG-13 again, instead of R-rated, lead to the film, Josh has strongly the Five Nights 2 will be darker and scarier. Nothing but horrific, uncanny feeling, and innocence the bite of 87. How the fuck are you actually gonna make it dark and scarier as a PG-13?
That's not going to be possible at all. A PG-13 rating isn't going to add any scares or make anything more dark and scary.
I'll take my little cousin to this shit and see if he gets scared. Probably not. Legit. Like, literally Josh, who's one of the main actors in the first movie in the second, he literally says, this is more darker and scarier. How can you make it dark and scarier if it's PG-13? How are you gonna do that?
I doubt the second movie will be scarier at all. It will probably be worse than the first. And maybe even go straight to streaming, which will be the best place for this movie.
Honestly, yeah, it is great. I thought like the first one would have just gone straight to streaming or Netflix, something like that, but apparently it hasn't. So
Yeah, I'm surprised it got a theatric release. It's such a terrible movie.
well, here's the thing, Matthew Leonard, who's in Five Nights, who's in Scream, it is. Like he's got his stew in fucking Scream next year. He's actually gonna be in this one too.
Oh god, no offense to him, but he's gonna make this movie even worse.
I mean, I love him as an actor and everything, but it's just like I knew he probably wouldn't have died in the first one. It is like so, but the scene just went on for too long in the first one, to be honest.
Yeah, his performance was just terrible in the first one, and I'll probably be even worse in the second one.
The thing is, though, they know kids is watching this. The thing is, though, they know kids is a high value of Five Nights at Freddy's, despite it being gory and horror and stuff like that. So why? And this is when I'm saying about breaking the rules a bit, unfiltered and stuff like that. Like, why can you not just make it rated R? And legit, you're satisfying pretty much everybody at the end of the day, instead of worrying about, oh, my kids can't watch this because some animatronics ripping a guy in half. I mean, yeah, that's what they do. It makes sense. No, we have to protect the children, but your children actually are playing the games.
Exactly. The movies and games were always more rated R or M, and it didn't seem to have a problem on the kids. So why make a PG-13 movie now?
Well, that depends because Oh my god, there's been a confirming here. You're gonna laugh at this one. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. What is it?
Well, we know Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is actually getting released in December, but they've confirmed that there will be a Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Oh my god. They're really trying to milk every bit they can from this franchise, aren't they?
I, 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 I don't know. Like, so it means the third movie potentially be released late 2026 to 2027, according to the B Insider. It is. It will become as a trinity, and Matthew Lillard, who stars as William, has signed a free picture deal. So Matthew Lillard is gonna be all free. So he ain't gonna die in the second one. There's a spoiler for you. He ain't gonna die. He's gonna live. So all the characters, are they gonna die? Probably.
Well, I feel like the second movie is doomed to fail. But hey, there's always a chance that it won't. But I wouldn't bet any money on it.
Well, with Matthew Leonard said a free picture deal. That means he's gonna be in all three pictures. It is. You really think they're gonna kill him off in the second one now, when this has been confirmed?
Well, if they're stupid enough to make the second movie PG-13, then they're stupid enough to bring him back, I guess.
I mean, like, I don't get me wrong. I enjoy his acting because when I watch Scream, it is the classic ones, the best ones. When he was Stu and they were fantastic. They were fantastic. It is and stuff like that. I think this is just a money maker game for Desperate just to try to earn some money, knowing the fact you're getting older. It is, and desperate times, desperate measures. It is. But he does act good because he was also in Scooby Doo too, wasn't he?
I honestly loved him in the Scream movie because he was so crazy and insane that it was just great. But a movie based on Five Nights at Freddy's needs to be taken more seriously, and I really don't think he's the right guy for the job.
The thing is though, when he's revealed in the first one, it is, and all the Metronics will go after him and stuff like that in general. I'm sitting there like, okay, he's not gonna die, like legit, like in the creation and stuff like that. And then you get to like see this bit where they take him in this closet, I know, and he's there in the closet, like, and that's all you see. That's all you see, and that's it. But and I'm thinking, well, what's happening next? Like so, and then you see at the end of the credits, him moving with the Metronic stuff on.
The end was honestly the worst part about the first one, because it was just so unrealistic that it was just kind of hard to watch. In my opinion, the first movie just needs to be wiped off the face of the planet. It was awful.
You really hate the first movie that much.
I just thought it was so badly done. I mean, even the actors were bad. Besides it making absolutely no sense, it was just a complete disaster.
You see, when you make a movie PG-13, I believe you're holding the actors back from being being the greatest thing on earth. I do. I really, really do.
I feel the same way, because you have to hold back on so much. When it's PG-13, it almost makes the movie pointless.
Well, I'm going to give you a few nightmares now with what I'm about to say next. Right? You ready?
Of course I'm ready. Just hit me.
Damn right, I'll hit you. I mean, sorry.
Lol, it's fine. Now what's the nightmare?
Imagine the Conjuring Your favourite Conjuring. Your favourite Conjuring is number 2, you said, right? Nice. Oh god, I can't wait for it and everything like that. Then it's number 3 and you're like, that was absolutely shit. And then you get to the final movie, the final straw. They're going to retire and everything it is. And then you look at the rating and it's a PG-13.
My heart would just break. Because the first 2 movies were so good, and the third one, being PG-13, would be a complete disaster, and it would ruin the entire franchise. It would just be horrible.
And you know what the funny thing is? That's actually making me want to look up on Google to see if it's PG-13.
Do it, I dare you. You'll be in for a very bad surprise.
I hope not. Oh.
I'm afraid you will be disappointed. Because if they're making another one, it will definitely be PG-13.
Oh my god. That looks bad CGI. What the hell's that? There's a photo that's basically being put up like legit. That looks very bad CGI. What? Huh? What is that? What is that? Okay. Yeah, I need to see if it's PG-13.
The CGI is one of the worst I've ever seen. Not even YouTube-made videos have CGI this bad.
Well, I've got it up here. The Conran The Last Rides, that's what they call it, is a rated R by MMA, and it's not suitable for 13-year-olds. Suck on that, you fucking little weirdo kids!
They actually made it rated R? I'm genuinely surprised they actually had a bit of balls to make it rated R.
Yeah, me too. The movie describes scarier than ever, features a chilling tribute to The Exorcist in the final 30 minutes. Hold on, let me repeat that again. The movie is described scarier than ever, features a chilling tribute to The Exorcist in the final 30 minutes. Are we going to see the female from the 1980s back?
That seems to be very desperate and unoriginal. This isn't the first movie to do a tribute to The Exorcist.
True though. Scary conjuring movies are known for the jump scares and da 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 da. The final installment is within 30 minutes of the drawing from The Exorcist. So the last 30 minutes of the movie is going to be part of like The Exorcist situation.
That just sounds so desperate and unoriginal. They couldn't come up with a good original idea, so they just took a plot from The Exorcist, because they have no creativity left for this franchise.
True, I could look at it that way. Because I was like, when I'm looking at that now, then I'm like, if you bring it like that, the 1980s version, it is, with, like, practical effects, because that was practical effects, yeah, like, sign me up on that one. But I would rather you go with your own niche than another movie's niche.
I mean, yeah, practical effects are always better than some digital garbage. And why would they get ideas from The Exorcist? Like, come on.
Like, they've made already these constantly movies, so they're gonna. Are they basically basing on a little girl, because that's gonna be so cliche. That's gonna be so bad, because we have thousands of those. We don't need those.
Exactly, it's so cliche, like just come up with something original for once.
I'm actually looking up see if there's any more details regarding this. It is um it's supposed to be the darkest and scariest movie in the franchise. When I hear that on any particular movie, I know it's not going to scare me.
Yeah, when they say something is the darkest, scariest movie, it's definitely going to be a complete disappointment.
Like when if it came to a conclusion, okay, let's just put it this way: if it came to a conclusion, it is like something like that. I'd rather have a woman sit on my face while a bad movie's on.
Well, I don't really know about that, but if you enjoy the movie, good for you. Personally, I think the first two movies are just terrible and the third one is terrible, so honestly, I'm not sure what to think about the fourth one. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll have to just wait and see how it is, but there's some details there. It is, and then there's details of Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's funny, like they're trying to go the third distance with three movies. It is, and I feel like they're just gonna pile a load of shit in these movies. It's gonna be unnecessary, and people's gonna buy it because you put electronics on the fucking screen, like so. People's gonna be rowdy about it.
Yeah, they could do anything. Absolutely anything. But they aren't even going to try to be creative. They're just going to recycle stuff we've already seen just to make a quick cash. And they don't care about the fans. They just care about money.
Exactly, like so. Like okay, like I'm gonna put this out here. If I went to watch adult porno, right, and I watched adult porno, and they said, "Hey, this is PG-13," I would literally flip the shit out. That is my reaction when it comes to horror movies with PG-13.
Imagine if the first Exorcist was PG-13, it would completely destroy the movie. So why do people keep doing it? It makes no sense to make horror movies PG-13. It's so stupid.
It's because they think it'll be satisfying with everybody to watch it. But it's just like a filtered version of a horror that's not even a thriller at this point.
It's really sad. It ruins the entire movie. I mean, they don't even try to make them scary. They're just not even scary. They're just boring.
Exactly, like so. Um, there's a new series that's come out as well called The Institute. Have you seen it?
Oh, I've heard of that. It's about people with special powers, right?
Yes, yes, that's correct. That's it. Special powers. Um, basically, there's a Stephen King book on it, and Alien actually bought the book. Shockingly, uh, and we were just talking about it and that. So you have you seen it?
I've seen the trailer, but that's about it. I haven't got around to seeing it yet. Is it good?
Well, how can I put this lightly? First things first. What did you think of the trailer when you watched it?
I thought the trailer looked alright. I mean, you can't really tell if an entire show is good by looking at the trailer. But it did intrigue me enough to think that I should check it out.
Well, the first two episodes were released, and I was saying to Airline, I don't want multiple seasons of this. Like, it just gets exhausting when you watch one season and you have to wait 2 years for the next season. You're just gonna forget about it, and then you've wasted your time watching that first season. I like watching seasons where there's only one season, So it's done with, done and dusted, you know. But with the two episodes, I'm trying to put it into words.
Yeah, I really hate how these days most shows and movies are always part of a franchise. Like everything has to have a sequel or a prequel or something. I miss when movies and shows were just one story and they were done. There didn't have to be a part 2 or a part 3 or a part 13. It's just ridiculous and unnecessary.
True, like so, like, to be continued. We have to wait till next week, and then when next week comes around, you're like, oh, there's another program I want to watch. You know,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just exhausting having to wait so long for new episodes, and then when you get them, you have to wait another week to watch the next one. It sucks so much.
well, put this way, put this way, um, I don't know how to explain it. Put this way, if you, um, watch the show, it's like Misfits. It's a little bit like Misfits, which is that's a good thing. And then you see a slight little bit of Stranger Things, which is a bad thing. You know, it is. Because I believe going with the Stranger Things route, and as much as I do like some scenes in Stranger Things, I think it's just a very bad children's PG-13 horror.
I kind of agree with you. I mean, Stranger Things was a fun show, but I stopped liking it when it went beyond the first season. Just 'cause I feel like it kept going downhill, and eventually it got kind of dumb.
Because, like, because it went that way. Because they take so long to make now. They like take so long to make, and I don't know how people have patience, but apparently they do. And the finale season's coming up, but guess what? It's coming in two parts. Yep, no shit, it's coming in two parts. Oh, wait to hear the dates on them too.
Why do they have to make it in 2 parts? It's just so pointless. And what are the dates on them?
It's the same as the new Wednesday series. They've made them in two parts. Like, no kidding, no shot. Um, give me a second.
I didn't know they were making 2 parts for the second season. That seems very stupid. I don't understand why it would need 2 parts for each season, honestly.
Give me a sec. Right.